Okay. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome and thank you so much for joining me on Talking Sip tonight. And my name is Silver and Stidil, hailing all the way from the UK, the land of the land of milk and honey. We can always call places land of milk and honey and so like that. I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. And as you can see, the topic tonight is a very simple topic, which is working together. Now, where is that going to come from? We don't know. Let's see. I believe it's very serious stuff that we work together in many different ways. And yeah, so let's have a conversation tonight. I think it's very important that at this time, at this junction in communities with our lives, that we have to work together in many different ways. But hey, let us start the show. Let me just bring in Anil. Yeah. Hey, Anil, how you doing, buddy?
I am good, Silburn. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm cool in the Malibu. I'm trying to say I can't complain. It's a beautiful hot summery day in Jamaica, as you can see. Beautiful sunshine. That's not Jamaica. That's not even Ocherous. I was thinking that was Ocherous. That is Duncan or something like that. Yeah, there's Ocherous. Yeah, man. I'm in Ocherous there. I can dream, can't I dream?
So you sure you're from Ocherius? I thought you were from Saint Anne.
But Ocherous is in Sentan. you know, I didn't know that you're Leicester Incorporated.
I
Anyway,
have,
go
I have
on.
to represent my brother while he's not here.
But he's not here. Yeah. Anyway, how are you anyhow still?
I'm good, man. It's been a busy week, but
Mm.
good week in and of itself.
I think likewise for myself, it has been a very busy week as well. Um, you know, I think even though you want sometimes work virtually from home still at different time with court cases, it still takes a lot of your time really because you're not able to sometimes. Normally, if you go out to work and you're driving, you are
Mhm.
able to stop, have a coffee, chill, go for lunch, go back on the motorway, drive, and you get that sort of break. But when you're home, they know you're there.
I
He's
know.
there. He's there by teams. Call him now.
Yeah, and that's why I think most of the time I'm in the office. Uh, I am back on the road now, so I do a lot of traveling. But most of the times, I would say 99% of the time, I'm in the office if I'm not
Yeah,
traveling. It's
yeah.
a place now you could connect. I don't have to write something down and say go connect with a colleague. I can pass him or her in the hallway and we have a chat
Hmm.
and resolve some stuff rather than jumping on a Zoom call or Google Hangout or whatever medium you use.
Yeah. And for ladies and gentlemen, those on Instagram, you can pop over to YouTube or Facebook where you can watch the show fully. And as we go, and then what are you drinking anyhow?
I just pour a little bit of bourbon today. I'm
Yeah,
actually repping to Angel Envy for the bourbon enthusiasts on the call listening. So Angel Envy once a year they send out straight no cut bourbon. They
yeah.
have 17,000 bottles, and once it's gone, it's gone.
Oh
So
wow.
drinking straight Angel Envy bourbon.
Yeah. Well, well, I try not to drink too much, so that is why I use a big glass and have it like it's a sipping thing. Like so, hey, sip
See, just a little bit.
just a little bit there. And of course, as you can see, I got my coconut water there, or water, and another juice which is there. You know what I mean? So I'm all covered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, for those on Instagram, you can tell us what you're drinking. Those on Facebook, those on YouTube, what you're drinking as well. Uh, so yeah, listen. One of the things that three sort of areas I want to tap into tonight is I want to see what's going on in the states really regarding the midterm because there seem to be some particular upset that may happen. I want to touch also on this video which I came upon, and the video shows this gentleman talking about the music executives,
Mhm.
and they are
In light
actually,
of seeing that a rapper from Migos died, I just
you
wanted
know.
to.
Anyway, that just a snippets there, and also just a touch on spice, because the dancehall spice, which is not well, and Lester may come in and actually say something about that later. But first of all, how is the states? How is that going on? Are we looking forward to a shift? Is Nancy Pelosi going to be there still?
I think everybody, it's yet to be determined, but it seems over the last month the GOP or the Republican, they have the momentum going into Tuesday, and Tuesday is
Mm,
our election here in the states. And a lot of polls, if you read the poll and the polls are accurate,
yeah.
it seems the Republican will take the House, right?
Mm,
But it could happen between today, Saturday, and Tuesday. But right now, the polling is showing that they could pick up a couple more seats. Because I believe right now they only need two seats to get a majority right now. So
you
it
mean
seems
Republicans? The Republicans, you mean?
the Republican in the House only need two
Mm,
seats to
mm,
pick up the leadership of the House. There's projection that they might get as much as 26 or even more. So this is where a lot of folks are calling it a red wave. You see major close races in deep blue states like New York that typically, if you're running as a House member in New
mm,
York, you could beat your opponent by 10, 15 points. So you see that where races are close, and a lot of these races are now leaning Republican in these deep blue states.
yeah.
Uh, the Senate is a different situation. I believe right now, based on the real clear politic number, it seems there's a projection that the Republican could also pick up the Senate. So right now, the Senate is 50-50, with the tie break being the vice president, who's Kamala Harris. Um, but a lot of the races are close. You have Fetterman and Menick House in Pennsylvania. That one is trending in the Republican, but you never know, because if you go back to 2016, Trump carried Pennsylvania, Biden
Yeah.
carried it in the last election. You also have,
Well, Trump still believes that he carried it, isn't it?
yeah, I know. And then in Arizona, you have Blake Masters who's going about Kelly. Right now, it seems that they're saying Blake is trending. You have also in Arizona, not Arizona, Nevada. So there's a couple of scenarios in my mind that could happen. The Republicans need two seats. They need to hold their base, and they need one seat to pick it up.
Hold their
So
base. That is crucial there. Hold their base. Yeah.
right, hold their base, and
Mm,
then pick up one or two seats. So you also have in Georgia, you have Herschel Walker, the former football player, is going up against Raphael Warnock. He won the last time because if you recall, everything went down to Georgia.
yes.
There could be a scenario also during election night. You don't know who, if you recall before, because Georgia has a runoff system. If you don't get 50%, you have to go in a runoff, and that's in December. So
Yeah.
there's a situation where Georgia could go in a runoff if you have a 50-50. So
Mm,
it seems to me there's a couple of things that could happen. One, it stays the same way where 50-50 and the Democrat keeps the majority because the vice president has a tiebreaker.
yeah.
It could be a situation where it's a 51 49. Or it could be a situation if Georgia goes Republican, if Pennsylvania, and if Arizona, you could have a 53-54 majority Republican. So it's going to be interesting. I think a lot of people are watching.
Mm,
On the Democrat side, they've brought out the big guns. You see Clinton out there. You see Obama out there.
yeah.
But even New York, separate and aside from the the Congress and the senatorial race is the governor race. You have DeSantis down in Florida. He's running. It seems like he's going to beat Charlie Crist. You have Kerry Lake, who's a
Mm.
former media
Media
personality.
person. Yeah. I think she's looking good there, isn't it?
She's looking good.
Mm,
But the interesting one is New York, right? New York is deep, deep blue. And Zedlin, who is the former congressman, he's running against the current governor.
yes.
And it seems right now it's neck and neck. And I think there's a lot of people think that Zeldin could pull it off because right now they brought up the big guns. Obama, you have Hillary Clinton, all the big guns are flocking to New York to try to carry her over
Mm.
the hump. So it'd be interesting to see what
Yeah.
happens on Tuesday.
Can I just ask? Normally, is it Obama who started the big gun thing? Because you normally never see ex presidents really get involved that much.
No,
Clinton
it's
used.
always the case. The interesting thing, it all depends on you know different perspectives. Some people think it helps. Some people think it does not help.
Mm,
Or some people think that Trump might not help because you might have moderate Democrats who are leaning Republican, and because he's in the mix, they might not. But I think when you look at the issues that the voters care about, it seems inflation is a big one. Energy cost of gas. So is what you call the kitchen table issues, right?
yeah,
You have the Democrat side. Abortion is a big part of
the
their
forte. Mm,
right. But I think the polling is coming in to say voters they care about the kitchen table issue. So we'll see what happens. Crime is big on the ballot as well. A lot of people are worried about crime. A lot of people are worried about the border. So we'll
mm.
see come Wednesday what the scenario look like.
Can I just pick up on something you said? The voters. Is there sometimes, and I'm seeing a bit which they're mentioning even in the UK, whereby it seemed like the representation of the people is actually trumped, if I should use the word, trumped in light of the party, where the party is taking more precedence than the representation of the people. We have seen a bit of it where many people are saying that in the recent prime ministerial elections, revolving door, it was the party that seems to be the umbrella factor, where everybody's actually looking toward, no, everybody's saying the party seems to be the key issue, not
Yeah.
the people.
Yeah. It's a trend that is a worrying trend,
Mm.
and the way I sort of look at it in
Sorry,
a
just
couple.
one second. One second. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Welcome. Good night. And welcome, everybody. Yeah. Sorry, Anelia. Mm.
Right? There's a couple of perspective, and it's also a worrying one, and you and I sort of talk on it. If I look at it and I look at representation, let's use the U.S. I believe the average age of Congress is about 79 years old. So
Yeah.
that means we're missing a huge generation in terms of the things and policies that we need to put in place that is going to impact people's lives going into the future. You have technology that's making big disruption. So that bit aside, it seems to me over the years there's been a transition from we the people to we the political platform.
Mm.
And what I mean by that, if you take and you look at any representatives that represent, X constituents, right? These constituents have needs, and typically you go to Washington to represent these needs, or you go to the Parliament in the UK to represent, your needs of the people. But it seems now, and you could just look at the data and look at voting,
Mm.
where majority of votes tend to be from a party platform perspective, right? Not the things that, if you go into your constituency, your probe your constituency, they say, here are the things that we care about. We care about safety. We care about education for our kids. It seems
Yeah.
that different perspective. So it's a worrying trend that you're moving away from representation of what the people want. And it's not just here in the US, you see it in Jamaica, you see other places. Um, so I think you see in a big shift. But if you go back to, I think it's when Richard Nixon won, he won a huge landslide, right?
Yeah.
I think back then the GOP had a super majority, right? But they squandered it 2 years later.
Yeah.
But I think there needs to be a balance because when you're a representative within any constituents, take the UK, you have both conservative citizens that live in that neighborhood. You have Labour,
Yeah.
and once you win, you have to govern from the whole people. You can't just govern for the Labour Party representative or the Conservative. And I think you're seeing a shift where, hey, I'm just going to protect my base I'm
Yes.
going to make sure the needs of my base and everything else I don't worry about. And then you have that independent in the middle, that you sort of shift your view towards. But I think it's a worrying trend, and
Yes.
that is why I believe you need a new generation, in both
Yes.
parties, right? You need a
Mm.
younger generation that have ideas. You look at Mitch McConnell, Nancy, all these folks, they're in their 80s, right?
Yes.
We have issues that, if you look at data, you look at technology, that major disruption, right? So we have to figure those things out. And I don't believe the interests of the party normally align with the interests of the people.
It's interesting you say that because I heard Trump was saying that, or people are expecting him to make an announcement that he's going to run again, and I believe maybe he's looking to see the outcome of the midterm to make a determination. And I think, as you rightly say, I mean, it's an old guy. Biden is an old guy. I don't know why people are even asking these guys questions. They
Mhm.
should be actually preparing persons to be ready to take over. Like in the UK, we got the youngest prime minister since another prime minister a couple of hundred years ago, and you're seeing that there's a new breed in Jamaica. You've got youngish leaders in a sense, I must say, um, and it's really disappointing. I do pick up though in Jamaica recently. I seen a couple MPs actually lambasting the previous regime for like places where people live. They say it's not a healthy place. PNP, something about the prime minister's wife said something, and it's like there's a blame for the past, and I think another MP also mentioned it. And I always comment on these pages, not to try to be bipartisan, not try to be uh, political, but simply saying, why can't we just find the solutions? Why can't we just work on the solutions for the people, for the community? And that's why the thing I really abhor the orange and the green, if I put it in Jamaica terminology. The orange and the green sort of push things a bit out of the way, whereby some people are going to feel marginalized, and then the party take precedence. Hence Michelle is actually saying country over party anytime. Yes, they're going to use back to pull in the sleeping black votes, and she's saying the Dems are trying everything, but many of them switch party voting Republicans now. Is that something that you're picking up on in that?
Yeah, you have some of that, but if you touch on the bit in Jamaica, if you go back and look at the two political leaders that have paved the way, you have, even before that, Bustamante and Manley. But if you look at, Siaga, you look at Michael Manley, they were of the people for the people. And I do believe that's why Mike Henry is probably one of the most popular MP in Jamaica. Because if you go into his constituency has some of the best infrastructure in place there because he takes care of his constituency,
Yeah.
right? If you go to some other constituency, you'll see where, for example, if there's a high concentration of PMP or Labourite, depending who is in party, you'll see the roads fixed. But if the other party then got outvote, then that part of whatever that community don't have the infrastructure in place, or the spending that is not there.
Mm.
And I think you're seeing that there's a poll that I saw that says you probably will see about 25% blacks that actually vote Republican, and a huge swath of Hispanics. And it's a telltale sign for the black folks, because to me, and I think this is one of our issues, is that giving one party every time 98% of your vote, you got to relook at that. The question is, what are you getting for that? And I think the Hispanics are
Mm.
saying, you know, we're going to vote for whoever is going to advance our community interests, right?
So they're not loyal, like die-hearted loyal. They operate on what is benefiting their community in a strategic way.
Exactly. And this is where I used to say in Jamaica, whichever party is in power, they'll
Mm.
come into a constituency just before a vote and mobilize the people, right? And you have people put on the shirt, and then for 4 years they die for hungry. And then they do it over. But they'll never switch and vote for the next party, because you know what? A
Mm.
lot of people say, well, my mother was PMP, my father was JLP, therefore I am not voting for anybody else, but whatever my parents voted for.
Mm. Hey, Earthwell Trade Academy, Alex, how are you doing, sir?
Life is rich, I mean, life is good.
What are you drinking, buddy?
Mitsu,
Huh?
agua, water.
Well, I tell you what, I have it as well. I've got crystal punch here as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, you know, it
Mm,
is what it is, my dear good friends.
yeah.
Alex, I was acting for you the other day because I'm like, maybe Alex is being held in some undisclosed location somewhere, and nobody has heard from him in decades.
Nah, man, you know, you gotta do it like yay, okay? You gotta do it like yay, okay? Okay? Formerly known as Kanye West, right? We're in the shadows and we're in the public, right? So what it is now is a systematic thing. So do it like yay and do it like King Alex, right? It is what it is. When people see me change my name to His Royal Highness, the King, 13 gods in one man, noble God, angel 13, freeborn
Mm,
king, it ain't a joke. When people see people go ahead and change their names, it means something.
there's a
Most
reason.
people, most people never get to the age of enlightenment. I got age of enlightenment at 8:33. I finished my book on Friday the 13th, 2019 at 1:13 precisely. That's facts. I
Did
take
I interview
13 years to
and I
write my
and I
book.
and I
Hold
interviewed
up.
you that night?
And what I did was I specifically wanted the House of Lords in England, in particularly, to have a fraction or an avenue towards Silburn right here. And I let him, this individual in particularly, interview me one time. I got people from all over the world say, hey, Alex, I want you to come on my show, come talk. Ain't no time to talk yet. I want to show you that we're living in a controlled world, but it's only a few men like myself have come of self to understand self and understand the preservation of the longevity of my extension of my bloodline. So
Mm,
let's do it like yay. Let's do it like yay. Let's do it like Kanye West. It's fine. Okay? Now, the governments across the world, we all know we are the government. I'm the government, right? The people is the government. But however, the narrative is this because you got the police force, you got the army, you think that you're bad boys, right? Because we know you got more guns than us, you got more devices than us. So, in other terms, you're bullying everybody. And that's what the governments that are all about right now, whether it be Republican, Democrat, whether it be Afghanistan, whether it be United States of America, whether it be British, whether it be the secret agents, CIA, FBI, whether it be MI6, whether it be Scotland Yard, what I'm saying is it is all control, but in control. Now, people like me, I'm doing it big. I win every day and I win every year. The
mm,
government can't take none from me. I'm self-made. When I look at a man like me growing up in the family that I didn't choose, meaning, let me explain. Do it like yay. Do it like yay. Let me explain. Don't cut the mic. Let me talk. This is what it is. The power is within the mouth. Let me talk. Let's do it like yay. Let's do it
mm.
like yay.
Yeah.
Kanye West. You know what I mean? That's what it is. I'm just gonna say his name one or two times, but I gotta say, don't cut the mic. Let me talk. What do I mean? It means that look, I got a name, but it was a colonial name. Now I
Mm,
grew up in a system that want to teach me about my own people that capture my own land. You see, the thing is with Jamaica, they're talking about people squatting there and there is all capture land. How about the governor general remove himself so he don't get a paycheck anymore and see how he feed his family? And that goes for all the commoners in the house of the upper house, lower house. They ain't gonna do that. Watch this. Everybody's securing their paycheck. So when they talk to Ye, do it like Ye and say, hey, Ye, you know what? Martin Luther King didn't a rich man. Malcolm X
yeah.
wasn't a rich man because they live in a different era time. Slavery was a model of choice
Can
because
I
we
bring up?
had the same.
Yeah,
I pick it up. I'm saying
yeah,
slavery was a choice.
yeah.
It
Let's have a
was a choice
let
because you
let's
know
have
why?
Let's have a
don't cut the
conversation.
mic. I do it
No, no,
like
no.
yeah. Don't cut the mic. Let me do it like yeah. Let me
I'm
tell
not.
you
I'm
why.
not
Let
Piers.
me
I'm
tell
not
you
Piers
why. Let me
Morgan.
tell you why slavery was a choice. Let me tell you
Yeah.
why. I
Mm.
got two hands. You got two hands. Now, most people I see, they're cowards because you had a choice in order to fight against the people, live or die. That is the thing. When I was suffering, ain't nobody see that. But they see my shine and my glory. They see that. People in Jamaica right now say, yo, Alex, you're doing it big. How is it that you're doing so many things? People in England say, yo, you move from the England, you come to Jamaica, but you still live better than most people in the world. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Let's do it like, yeah, hold on. I'm going to get to the point and watch the punchline. So it's all being controlled, incorporated. Let me explain. Now, most
Mm.
time you start a company, the company going to tell you, okay, it's my company. So the government say, hey, I want you to incorporate my rules in your company. I'm saying I'm playing by my own goddamn rules. You know why? Because we're in a free world right now. Let me explain. Money is only an idea. So when I get my ideas right, and I was there at midnight, seeing the sun at midnight, at 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, when I'm thinking in my genius self, how can I build myself a company? Because guess what? Let me do it like, yay. What I happen is I create my own company, create my own brand. You need product. Yeah, we need product. So
Yeah.
what I did is make myself a brand. So let's watch the problem now. The thing is, most people never create a brand. Most people, they sign the deal. I never signed the deal. I'm just out of their control.
Yeah.
Because you know why? A man like me, let's do it like, yeah. I want
Alex.
to own my own brand.
Alex.
I
Alex.
want to own my own
Alex.
company.
Alex. We
Don't
want to have a
cut me, don't cut me.
conversation.
Let me do it
No,
like that.
Alex. No, no. I'm
Don't
not going
cut
to
me,
cut you.
don't cut me. Let me do it
I'm going to
like
have to
that.
mute
One
you.
more
I'm going
minute,
to have to
one more
mute you.
minute. Hold on. You call me here to talk. Let me talk. Let me do it like that. Don't
Yeah,
cut me.
but
So
we
what
need to
I'm
have a
saying is this is the
conversation. Yeah.
important part. This is the important part. So I want
Yeah.
to own my brand. I don't want a government to own my brand. I
Mm.
don't want to do nothing with anybody that have control over me. Why I'm saying that? He cut a deal with other people.
Yeah.
Okay? And watch this now. Is what you signed for, you're getting. But what I'm saying is, it is industry of music fraternity. It is of the fact that the black man narrative is to kill you one another because
Yeah.
that's what it is of the colonial people. The same Jew, hmm? The same British people, all these same people.
Alex, I'm
You,
going to have to
you,
mute you.
you live in a system. You live in a system right now because you are representing your extension of them. You're an attorney. There, you practice
Yeah.
their thing. But guess what? You got to do it like Willie Lynch, right? You got to be with them in order to beat them. So what I
Alex, are you
did,
going to
I
let me?
didn't
Are you
want
going
to
to let
learn
me talk?
English, but guess what? Hold on. I didn't want to learn English, but guess what? My teacher at high school told me something, Mr. David. You know what he says to me? He said, Alex, why don't want to learn English? I said, because those people kill my people. So why would I want to learn it? So guess what? We're going to get the money right. I'm going to learn English and I'm going to beat them on my own game. So the thing is, with us as black people, we need to create our own
Alex, Alex,
ecosystem, our
Alex.
own
I, I,
currency,
I hear
and
that, but
spend it within the own black community.
Alex, Alex, I got to do it this way. Alex, Alex, hey,
I
how are
hear
you
you.
doing? No, hear me out,
I
hear
hear
me
you.
out, hear me out, Alex. If you can look there, I'm going to show you something. Um, who is that? That's Anil, right? And that's me, all right? And that's you. We want to have a conversation. Are we going to have a conversation, or are you going?
Let's have a
Because
conversation. All right, that's fine. You ask
yeah,
the question, I answer.
no, no, no. We can we want to have a conversation because somebody one of my viewers said, "Oh boy, I'm taking over your show, Silver."
Yeah, I take it over. I
No,
do
no,
it
no,
like, yeah, I'm like a snowball,
no,
right?
no, no.
I'm
But yeah,
coming
but
down the hill, I'm picking up the stones, and I'm picking up.
yeah, but I'm showing you that actually you're not taking over because nobody's hearing you. Alex, listen, there's a point that you mentioned, yeah, and I'm gonna bring up that
Yeah,
point. You mentioned something about land, and you mentioned about the
okay.
governor general land and so like that. Are you saying that the lands in Jamaica should actually be apportioned to the people?
So, can I speak now?
No,
Are you
no,
allowing me to speak?
no, no. We're having a conversation.
Let's do it like, yeah.
Conversation.
Okay,
No, no,
let's
let's
do
do
it
it.
like.
Let's do it.
Don't be like Pierce. Don't be like Pierce. Just
I'm not
allow me
being
to
like
talk.
peers. Don't tell me.
Okay,
Don't tell me.
okay,
Don't
let's
call me
go.
boy.
Let's
Don't
do
call
it
me
like
boy.
this.
Don't call me
Watch
boy.
this. Okay, so let's watch this. What I'm saying is,
Yeah,
watch this. I'm saying there's enough land here for everybody.
yeah,
I'm saying you need structure.
yeah,
I'm saying that we need governance, but the fail of the person and the people around us is that they lack governance of their own self. Now, you ask me something directly, but as an attorney, you already know that you don't answer questions directly. You get yourself in trouble, right? So watch this. What I'm saying is I'm talking to the people because I'm a people and I'm a person, right? And I'm an individual. So what I'm saying is there's a ways of going about doing things, man.
mm,
Everybody that is on this earth is entitled to land, right? It's just that the order has their own agenda. That don't means that you have sovereign people, free thinking people that don't want to be a part of the system. That
yes.
just want to have land and just live. There is also natural law, and you're a lawyer, so you're supposed to know this. This is natural law, and you have man-made law.
Mm,
So when a man makes his law, who are you to tell a man to, yo, he can't? Now, if the persons or the people retaliate, you say they're criminal. But who's the
okay.
real criminal right here?
Okay. Stick a pin right there. Somebody say, let's do it like Alex, please. Let's go for O'Neill because I know O'Neill have a short time. I want to get O'Neill before O'Neill go. O'Neill, King Alex is on, and there's only one king because King Charles is just getting into his reign now. Alex has been king for a while.
You're a king. O'Neill is a king. I am a king.
That's what I said. What
Charles
did
is
I
a
say?
king.
Oh, right. You said all
There's
of
no
us are
one
king.
king, bro. I'm a king. You're a
That's what.
king.
That's what.
O'Neill is a
Okay.
king. So think about that. I ain't playing with that game with you. Do it like
Okay.
yay. We all kings here. I'm
Okay.
a
Okay.
black man in a white
Okay.
man color. Learn
I I,
that.
I stand to be corrected, Alex. O'Neill. King O'Neill. Yeah.
So we're talking about the land.
Yes. We're talking about the land because Alex brought that point about land. And one of the things that I sometimes bring up a couple of times and sometimes people skirt around it is the fact that when the British left Jamaica, they left lands, and many people are asking about reparations. And I start to come to the view that reparation actually starts from home, whereby those lands which is um, contained in UDC and the government own these crown lands, those lands actually should have been apportioned to the people. And and when I thought about that place there where there are bulldozers in people's house and so like that, it just gave me this sense that hang on a second, I think we got this all backwards whereby, and if people are saying, well, it's too late now, well, I'm going to say, just like how people are trying to find ways to get money from England for reparation and how they're going to apportion that money and divide it up, that's how they're going to start to think about how they can
Now
give like
I got an answer for
no
that.
no 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 no
Let me give a
no no
solution. We
no
know
no no
that.
not yet. No, you're gonna come after. Let's see if we can have a.
Okay,
Like
okay.
let's do it like Alex. Let's do it like Alex. Let's O'Neill first.
So I think if you go back to 1962, I believe someone could check the facts. 80% of the land in Jamaica is mountainous land, which
Mm,
means hard to use those lands. And I think everyone could agree that land distribution in Jamaica has been unequal for a number of years,
mm,
right? And you could go back, and I think the number is probably about 60%. Someone need to check my facts of the land in Jamaica is agricultural land, right? And there's a small amount of people that own those land. So the question becomes, if you look at it from the prime minister perspective, you look at it from the member of parliament perspective, is what currently are the needs of the people from a land perspective? Majority of it would be, hey, I want to build a house, I want to go build this. But I could bet any money that a significant portion of the people who actually are on these land that are called capture land, right? Whatever
mm,
term you want to use, are people who actually are from the countryside and they actually do have land in Clarendon, whatever area. but they've decided to migrate into Kingston or some other areas, and they're part of this whole process. We saw that with Winter back in
Mm.
Montego Bay, right, where folks went and captured that whole land process. To me, there's a governance process. I think the government has said, look, we're gonna go through and figure out the process, but we have to stick a pin where, for whatever reason, people have gone and built houses on land, right? And I think the government is saying what we're going to do, and this is what I've heard, and others might have better analysis of it than me, is
Well,
there.
I do have a better analysis. Let me tell you what.
No, no, no. Let only finish and then we go.
I'm listening, man. I'm listening. I'm just answering.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I understand the government is says is if there are people on land that use the term captured, um, and they've been there for a period of time, we're gonna figure out how to make those people legitimate, give them land title.
Yeah.
Other folks who have, for whatever reason, just recently come on those land, we're gonna get rid of those lands. And some of it also, when it's private land, it's out of the government hands, right? So if O'Neill has 200-acre land in Jamaica and someone decides to go capture it, right? It's my right to go bulldozer down those houses because it's my legitimate property. I pay taxes for it. So I think you have to address the issue, a core issue of why people are squatting the lands
Mm.
and how you distribute them, right? How you do the distribution of land, right? So we live in a civil society. We don't live in a society that's uncivil, and you can't let people just go take land here and there because what will happen, say for example, Alex, you live wherever you live and you leave your house and someone decides to say, you know what, I'm going to take a piece of land, right? And if the process in place is say, if O'Neill take a piece of Alex land and Alex, you got to go through the court process and you got to go do whatever, you have to have governance, and you can't
Mm.
have what they call willy-nilly where everybody is taking land that is not their own.
Yeah. Okay, Alex.
Pierce? Oh, it's not Pierce. It's Silver. It's my time to talk now.
Uh,
Oh yeah. So
We're having a
let me talk.
conversation.
Right. Watch this. Let me
Yeah,
show
tell
you
me.
how you smash and show up. Let me show you how you get to the point. Let me show you how you talk like another politician. Let me show you talk like when you know censored. Let me talk. Let me show you. Number one,
Mm.
watch this. The prime minister don't live there. The prime minister don't own that land. The people own that land. Hold on. The people who claim that they own the land, what are they? Oppressors. However, how can it be that you're saying your own land? You don't own no land. Hold on. Point further. Watch this. No Jamaican right now. Like if you're black, go back to Africa. Ain't no your land. It's my land. My bloodline land. Let me explain. You people, Africans, come from Africa, come to Jamaica. Who you saw? You saw the Arawaks and you saw the Tainos. Let me show you some. It's our land. We came up from South America. We discovered this. Know your facts. You want to talk about land in Jamaica? Go back to Africa. Because y'all been colonized. You're there running off your mouth talking about the government. You have to have some sort of government and stuff. The people is within the people. The government is within a government. And I said it already. So even if the people don't even vote for the government will still appoint somebody as elected to run their Jamaica. Jamaica ain't my country.
Mm.
Let me tell you that. I only own a Jamaican birth certificate because they gave me one. I only own a Jamaican passport because they gave me one. I only get a colonial name because I got one. I didn't have no choice in none of that. However, I can change it. Watch this now. Let's see the solution. Watch this. They're talking. Let me show you. Who are you, Pierce or are you Silburn? Let me talk. Don't cut the mic. I'm listening to you guys.
No.
Don't cut the mic. Let's do it like yay. Watch this. All I'm saying is, black people, since Jamaica is your people, watch this. You need to create your own currency, the blockchain, not the government currency, which is Link of Jamaica, or a CBDC currency, central bank digital currency. Why? Because the government is only going to use that to enslave you. Let me explain. Do it like China. Do it like China. What do I mean by this? I'm thinking 20 years ahead. I'm thinking 500 years ahead. I'm thinking 1,000 years from now. Catch my speed. Watch this. In China, every individual got 2 cameras. Every movement you do, you get a credit score. They're just what they're doing right now. If you check it out, look in the half a tree. Y'all been monitored, sensitized to the new NIDS program, which American government is going to be controlling the data. This is all a data race. Learn this. Watch this. This has nothing to do with land. This has to free the people. And until the people get land, somewhere to live, a castle to fight life from. Now, if the government don't give people a space to fight from, it always been around war. It was always about finding land. Why you think there is a war right now in, where they call it?
Ukraine?
Who
Russia?
can pick it up? Oh, wow, look at that. Why you think there's a war in Ukraine? People, do you think Putin need his land? It's all about land, man. It's all about
Okay.
land.
Okay.
We
Let's
are
break.
under the impression that it's not about the land, but it is the land. And listen now, the government need to actually allocate land separate and apart from the scope of development to the Planning Institute of Jamaica. Let me say it again. Let me slow it down. The government needs to allocate land to the sovereign people, not when we talk about our compound town. That's a different ball game out here. People who don't want to be a part of the fractions of society. People who have the right to have natural life, natural habitat. It's called natural law.
Can I ask
And
you a
I
question?
don't see that. What I hear is you're being so conditioned into this mindset about pay tax. Tax to who? Did you put a line here? Are you God? You make it?
Alex, listen. Thank you so much for coming on. I need to have a conversation with you. Someone said, how do you do it? How do you do it? How do you mentioned about getting the land. How do you go about doing it?
Getting the land.
Getting the land. You mentioned a while ago about it's about land, or is it about peoples? As someone said, you said watch me. You said watch me, I'll show you how. Somebody said, okay, show us. Somebody said, this is going over my head. I'm going to watch movie. People wanting to understand what you're saying, Alex.
Yeah, because they go into the program. Get me? It's all a program. So whatever that is, sue them. So what I see with black people is this. They have a problem.
Alex,
let me do it like don't cut me. Don't cut me, Pierce. Don't cut me, Pierce.
Don't
Hold
do
on,
that,
let me finish. You ask me a question, let me answer. The person say some, you say some, let me answer. Yes. Right? That person want to watch, this is my answer. That person that want to go and watch TV, there's too much heat in their house, in their brain. That's what I'm talking about. Not the physical house, their brain. Because they're running to a program to condition them from the reality. They will still be broke. They'll still be black. They'll still be landless. Their generation will be landless.
Alex, listen to me, Alex.
Hold on.
Alex, no. Hold a second, Alex. No, Alex, wait a second. What? We're in a teaching moment now, yes? A teaching moment is where a teaching moment.
What are you guys talking about?
Hang on a second. A teaching moment is when a teaching moment is when you educate and show people. You don't push people away. What I'm trying to say, you say the mindset and all those sort of things.
I didn't push them away. They're the one that said they're leaving.
No.
But push them away.
Yeah, but you said that the person brain and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
But that's not my problem. If they say something, you know what I mean, and I say something, who the cap fit. What I'm saying is, if you can't understand, you know what I mean, maybe you should do some more research. I'm just saying on a scope, what I'm saying is, Silburn TV is the best show ever. I'm just saying that Silburn give us a page where we can be uncensored and talk without you disrupting me. I am censoring. I'm saying that is the problem. That is it. So when you sit in a chair, I ain't here to make you feel comfortable. I'm a king. Learn that. Let me say it again. I'm a king. I ain't here to make you feel comfortable. You think when Charles making decision, do you think Charles make everybody in England feel comfortable with their 3%? Do it like Alex, a king. We ain't no none. We don't need our money. Get the money right.
Alex, someone said, King Alex, 13 Gods in One Man on Instagram, need to speak slowly. Go. Hang on, so we can clearly understand what he's saying. Alex,
so let hear my answer to them. Hear my answer to them now. If Silburn stop interject like Pierce and let me talk and stop cutting the mic and try to censor my shit, then maybe I could speak a little bit slower so your slow brain could pick it up. How about that? That's what I'm saying. And I say that with no apology. That's what I'm saying. I say my piece.
I think,
What do you think? What do you think?
probably,
Why don't you say what I say about the people that go back to Africa? Why don't you say
because
Go,
because
Anil.
that's not a debate.
let's be like yeah. See that?
That's a useless debate about who came from Africa, or, whatever. Everyone know the Arabs and the Tainos in there, but who has been?
It's our land.
Yeah,
Africa is your land. So go and fight for your land.
Well,
I've written about this. You know what I mean? So y'all don't want to fight for Africa. Y'all want to stay into your colonial regions and collect your colonial benefits.
Yeah,
that's what's wrong with you. So y'all hypocrites. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Alex, you're cutting us off.
Yeah,
Are you cutting us off, Alex?
I'm a proud colonialist and I'm a proud monarchist. So I'm proud of that. So
yeah, so that's why I call it sellout. I understand that. We got people like you from inception, sellouts. That's fine. But you see, my generation would know me and this show right now that I ain't no sellout. So thank you for confirming that you're a sellout. So when the people see you in the street, they will know that you are a sellout. But guess what? They will say to King Alex, like, yo, Alex, you got a pair of balls, don't you? I say, yeah, because I got grown man balls. So what I say is the Governor General is a sellout. Pierce is a sellout. Kanye West ain't no sellout, but he's a sellout because he signed a contract. So when he moaning about his contract right now, right? Just like other black people, y'all sell out, y'all other. But I'm Indian, right? So you guess what? We need an Indian man to lead you. That's why we're the prime minister right now. So you gotta wait the next century before you even get a black man in office to lead your people in England right now. And I'm waiting to see a black queen on the throne of England maybe in 200 years. We see if you can manage that.
Let me bring in some comments from persons. On Instagram, people are saying people are trying to understand. Alex, this is not a question for you. I'm just reading comments. But Alex can't help those who need the information if he's not willing to listen. That's what someone said. Alex,
I've been listening.
Hang on a second, Alex. Hang on. Sorry,
it's
Alex.
my turn to talk.
No, it's not your turn. No. I'm reading people's comments. I'm reading people's comments.
I'm listening.
Sorry, Alex, you're ranting at this time. Who got Alex mad tonight?
Yeah, so Alex, let me say something. This is with all respect to you. Especially in mediums, you have to be able to communicate clearly.
I don't have to. That's it.
Then you have to respect.
You're muted. You're muted, Alex. Because I need Anil to speak.
You have to respect others' point of view, right? You can't get personal, right? Number one, right? If you want people to listen to you, right? If you want to have a one-way talk, then you should talk by yourself, right? And I'm saying that just I talked to.
I've been listening to y'all.
What I'm saying to you is that you should probably think about how you message, because you'll turn off folks from listening to it. Even if your ideas are great, people will be turned off by the way you communicate. I'm just giving you that perspective, whether you want to take it or not.
You ready?
Yes.
I've been listening.
I unmuted you. Yes.
So thank you so much, Silver, for unmuting me. Listen to this. This is what it being a king all about. Your comments and your remarks and your opinion of the king does not change the price of rice on the king's table. So that's the first answer. The next thing is that I've been listening, and I've been listening to hear you say out of your own mouth right now, live on TV, right across the world, that you're a sellout and you're colonialism. That's what you said. You can play back the video. Hold on. I've been listening. It's my turn to speak. Hold on. Yes. That's fine. The opinions of others. It doesn't mean that I have to take the opinions of others. What I'm saying is the real battle that black folks are facing with, you're spending your colonial money within the white scope when you should. listen, listen. I just want to finish my point. I just want to finish first.
Only can you
Silver.
let Alex?
Let's let me finish the
Only
point.
can
Come
you
on,
let Alex speak?
come on.
I'm telling Only to let you speak, Alex. I'm
So you
telling Only
see,
to let
that's
you
kind of
speak.
quite bias, isn't it?
No,
So who is trying to overtake? It's
no,
Sam
I'm telling
saying.
O'Neill to
Hold
let
on, let
you
me just finish
speak.
my point. You guys are trying to break my concentration. Let's do it like yay. Let's do it like yay. I'm gonna put my hand on my face. Let me do it like yay. Let me just do it like yay and just say what I gotta say. Okay? Y'all are sell out. I get that. However, that's fine. Besides, let's show the solution to it. The solution
Yeah.
to everything I'm saying tonight, and I'm going to say it very slowly, Silburn, because you have such a wonderful audience that can give you feedback from different scope of the diaspora. That is fine. Let me speak a little bit slower. Listen to this carefully. Here's the solution. How about every black family start a business? How about every black family create a religion of family amongst family? Not the white Jesus they gave you, not the Jew that they say, but what they say. Let's do it like yay. What I'm saying, watch this. How about we take the same money in the business community and stop buying Nike, stop buying Adidas, and start creating your own brand, just like how you see me create my brand, and I sell it to my tribe of people that follows me within a community,
I agree
right?
with you
So
100%.
Silburn, so Silburn can create a brand, O'Neill can create a brand, and how about you sell it back to your own black people and let their money flow within the community? How about that? So the person who are listening, if you're black, start a business. And if you're black and you don't have a business, shut your mouth. Listen to the solution. Solution, start a business. Next thing, create a digital currency that is unbanked, that you can spend amongst your own people. Create products and services and be of service to your fellow men. Create a fraternity, not a gang, not a police force, not an army. Just create it like how the Jews them created. It's just that I appreciate the Jews. You know why? I appreciate the Jews them so much because they're so articulate that they could put things together, put writing together, and then for dumbasses like yay, I just said it, yay, yeah, I hope you don't hear that, but you hear it. Like dumbass like yeah, that falls in a
Yeah.
trap. What do I mean? Like Michael Jackson like fall in a trap.
Yeah.
Like other people's like you Silburn, a part of the system that sign a contract. I say, yo, I got these accolades as such, and this is what I must sign my signature as such and such. Like O'Neill, yeah. So all you people that is there that are institutionalized
Yeah. Okay.
with a
Alex.
contract, that a contract. That means to Silburn, so let me finish. Let me finish.
Yeah.
If you don't have your own practice, law firm practice, and you sign with somebody else, your boss is beating you with a big goddamn stick. So I'm so proud of you right now. So you got a Silver TV show, you got a brand that is yours. Nobody can take that away from you. But Silver, you know what I appreciate the most about you? You know why I chose you to come on your show? Huh? You know why? Because you made moves and you give a place where people can speak uncensored. Don't be like Pierce. I apologizing to I apologizing to no Jew. But I'm saying I appreciate the Jews. And I'm saying I see how they actually incorporated their industries
Yes.
on the
And then
black side.
We got a lot to learn
And
as
then
well.
the black man started complaining. So we Indians, we Chinese, we Asians, we create things. How about the black community start creating more things?
No, you got some good points, Alex. O'Neill, I need to let O'Neill go. 'Cause O'Neill only had half an hour. You stayed for an hour, O'Neill. King Alex kept you, man. The king and the king.
Yeah,
They all
I
together.
kept him. I remember you said you're a sellout. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you that. You know what I mean? I
Alex,
didn't say it. You said it.
I don't like when you say that, but of course that's me. That's my opinion. I
I
guess.
didn't say it. O'Neill said it, bro. You can rewind the tape. They still don't catch you on tape. How about that? I'm just saying.
Let O'Neill stand by. Let O'Neill speak.
You just don't see my hair. I'm
Yo,
Indian. You just
yo,
see the
O'Neill,
hair because
I
O'Neill,
appreciate you.
let
I appreciate you, O'Neill, and I appreciate Silbert, and I appreciate Charles, and I appreciate the Jew, and I love people. I love people, and we can make this a better place if we start take responsibility as a nation, as individual groups of people, and stop pointing the fingers at the Jew. Stop pointing at the white man, and the Chinese man. Start creating your own. I'm done. Quick like
Okay.
EA.
I got to
All right.
run, but I
Okay.
would say whatever you're
Don't run,
smoking,
man. Don't
No,
run. Don't run.
whatever you're
Don't run.
smoking,
Don't run. Don't run.
no, no, whatever you're smoking, I want some of it. Whatever you're smoking, I want some of it.
I don't smoke. I don't smoke.
But
So don't
no,
come
Silver,
talk about y'all. I'm medicated. Don't come
figure
talk
it.
about say y'all. You see, you're trying to disrespect Yay.
No,
You
no,
see,
no, no.
when
It's
people get the highest level of intelligence, they come talk about say yo smoking. Who's
listen,
talking about
listen,
smoking? You're the
listen,
one that
Alex,
is trying to demean the
Alex,
people character by
Alex,
talking
Alex,
about smoking.
Alex,
No,
Alex,
Silver. No, no. You
Alex,
must stand for the justice of the people. You can't
Alex,
style me. You can't
Alex,
style a king. You're crazy.
Alex. Hold a second. I'm gonna mute you for a second. When I walk in the morning and I say good morning, everybody, blah blah blah. People sometimes message me and say, Silver, I don't know what you're drinking, but give me some of that or what you're smoking. They don't mean it figure. They don't mean it
Nah,
literally.
don't play that game with the king. If you go to check Charles at Buckingham Palace, you can talk to the king about king. Hey, what were you smoking, king? No,
you stick
Your
around.
Royal
You stick
Highness, His
around.
Majesty. Watch your words,
Stick
man.
around.
Watch your words. I'm a king. Give me my
You stick
respect.
around.
And if you
You
can't give
stick
me my
around.
respect, I demand that. I earn that.
I
Okay.
want some of what you're smoking. Give Lester a little bit of what you're smoking. I want some.
What I'm drinking, bro.
Let's
Whatever you have
Smoking.
in water, I want
let's
some.
let's as O'Neill run out, Leicester run in. We play room for rent, apply within. When I run out, you run in. Leicester, take over.
I think let's see what happens on Tuesday.
Leicester, take over the show. Moderate for next 20 minutes. My brain went.
So we'll see what happens on Tuesday.
Yes,
And Leicester is gonna come in and solve the land issue. Leicester is gonna come in and solve the black thing
spice.
issue.
The spice
Right?
issue as well.
Need a
Update
lot
us
of
on
black
spice.
Tilburn and I are both Indians. We just can't show you the here. It's gone.
My name is Sidiel. You know that. You know my grandfather is an Indian. You know that, Alex.
You're welcome to the team. We are one family, blood. We are a
Yeah,
family of humanity, bro.
white
And that's
liver.
what
You
I'm
know.
trying to put in your brain. Black people see segments, bro. I'm trying to show you the
Right.
whole picture. My
Right.
level, bro, I'm 100 years. I'm
O'Neill got to
500
go.
years ahead of you.
Yeah.
So so we'll chat. We'll see what happens next week. Maybe we do something on Wednesday night.
Yes. Yes. Wednesday night. Yeah, we do a Wednesday night thing as to the feedback in America there.
And
All
Lester,
right.
what's going on with Spice?
She recovered from a coma, so
But
Also,
I
she,
saw
she,
her.
she, she, she
so you
yeah
agreed?
she have
She said, "Go on, please go, Lester. Go ahead."
yeah she got to do surgery, which was advised. Four doctors advised her not to do it, and she got to do it. With a we call it a cobbler doctor in a DR. Her personal doctor in the US tell her not to do it, and she have high blood pressure. She hypertensive, so
Oh
um
wow.
because of that now she got in a mild cardiac arrest and into in a comatose.
Oh wow. Oh
So
wow.
so her manager put out some bits say she's fine and
her
it's wrong.
her her he's not our manager. Rear
A
Alexander is not
booking.
our manager. My booking.
Oh, so he's just saying so it's real.
Yeah, it's real.
Wow, because
Oh
I
wow.
read something this morning that they were saying she's fine. Someone
No,
put out a statement.
no,
Oh, wow.
no, no.
And
She's
even
not
that
fine.
video, showed her with her children,
No, it's
and
an old video that man. No man, it's an old video that man put.
the whole video. Okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
the
Well, wish
old
her
video.
the best. Wish her
I
the
wish
best, and
So is she? So the fact that you said she's in the DR, I have a sense of the type of surgery she probably did. So is she still in the DR or is she back in the US?
She's still in the DR.
Oh wow,
Because her
man.
sister, when I spoke to one of my contacts in Nationwide, I spoke to her sister. Her sister was en route to the airport to go to the DR to meet her.
Wow, it
oh
much
wow.
serious than we thought.
Yeah, man, very serious.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, just keep her in our prize.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Lester, you and the Indian King is on here.
Where's it going? Okay. Alex, Skudai.
Uh,
Okay. All right, O'Neill, we'll talk.
all right. Well, he listened to Michelle.
Listen, Michelle send him off. Michelle said, Alex, go light a big spliff and chill. Michelle is here.
All right.
All right, honey. Let's send
All right,
Michelle.
Oli, big up.
Michelle come in on the show if
Me,
anything.
me hear, me hear just a small part of where Alex said, and me agree with him up to a
Yeah.
point. But the name calling thing with Ye and other people, me not agree with that because I mean, we don't need to go there. So if you don't
Yeah.
agree with Kanye, fine, cool, you know. But what Kanye is doing is not wrong either in terms of it, but his delivery of the message maybe a bit harsh, you know. Um, but exactly
Alex.
where Alex was saying is what Kanye was doing is putting black people in the position of power. You
You
know,
see,
giving a lot of black people at opportunities which they never have before.
yeah. You see, Lester, I always talk about context and understanding a conversation than just grabbing a bit of the conversation
Yeah,
and twisting
yeah.
it. You got to see the bigger picture. I do my walking in the morning, and I pity I didn't cut that video. I was talking about it this morning while walking, and I said, if you just see a small bit of a big thing, you'll see something. And while I was walking, there was this big piece of log or wood in front of me, and it was like, if you're not careful, you could trip over it. And I was pointing the camera to that the piece of wood and said, "What is this wood here?" And he said, "Take it up and get it out of the way." But it was in the earth. And then I bring the camera around and show this big, massive oak tree. It was a big
Hmm.
tree it was connected to. Mean to say that you cannot look at that piece of wood on the ground by itself. You got to see the bigger picture. It's a part of a big tree. And
Yeah.
What Alex was saying, I agree with what Alex was saying. But what people were saying to Alex is that, Alex, we hear what you're saying, but you need to slow down and take us with you. And
We
most
don't know
times,
him gone. If you listen, come back on Alex. If you listen,
yeah,
come back on. Make all a reason.
yeah.
So
But
go
but
ahead,
but
Silver.
yeah, but I want to play a video because I want to play a video of what Kanye West was saying, but
Yeah,
somebody else is saying it. It's about 4 minutes. And ladies and
yeah.
gentlemen, I'm gonna play this video here, and we just watch this video. I think I have it. I have it. I know I have it somewhere. Let me play this video and let us watch it together. Let us watch this video together, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let me give me a second.
In light of seeing that a rapper from Migos died, I just wanted to go ahead and make a video about something I have a unique experience in. So I directed a bunch of rappers, people like Gucci Mane, Snoop Dogg, Lil Yachty, the list goes on and on and on, okay? I learned a lot of things, and I have left the industry largely over my political beliefs, but there is something I want to impart to people to hopefully, make some sort of change happen. So I have a challenge to rappers, and I know some of you still follow me. I know a bunch of the celebrity blogs still follow me from trying to get news from music videos and things like that. So here's the truth. The truth is this: a bunch of young black male rappers keep dying. You know who's not dying? Record executives. The record executives that push for them to continue to make songs and create a culture that is obsessed with death, drugs, and sex. Period. The industry is obsessed with it, but those record executives, they're not dying because they don't push this culture on their own people, but they're encouraging you to push it on yours, and they're paying you handsomely to do it. The reality is, I know a lot of you. A lot of you are good people, you're family guys. You're not the image that you put out there to the world. Why? Why don't you be the example? Stand up. I challenge you. Be the example. Make music about the culture you want to see. Don't just get online today and talk about how, whenever a rapper makes it, his own people take him down. Don't just make those videos. Don't be sad. Don't rest in peace. None of that stuff. Be the change you want to see. Inspire it in your community. Reach out to other rappers and say, we have to stop. We're being used. You've been used for a long time. They create this paradigm to make you believe that you're so important and your celebrity status is worth so much, but in truth, you're a pawn in their game and you always have been. The government has wanted to hold down communities of people in different ways through different methods for a very long time. Their method in the Black community has been to use entertainment to create a culture obsessed with death, drugs, sex, and money, so that they could create a false paradigm of what happiness and what success really was. And in doing so, they created a world that also made people more dependent on government, and as a result, gave themselves more power. The record executives that push you to do this, to go and continue to profit off the backs of your work, they're in cahoots with the elite. They're in cahoots with the government. They want you to think you're important, but in truth, you're just doing their dirty work for them, so stop. They've empowered you in ways that are real. You have an audience, you have platforms, you have the ability to make change. So go against the grain together. They're more afraid of you all together standing up and creating a new culture that's built around family, faith, freedom, doing the right thing, valuing life, than they are of anything else. So I challenge you, use your power to do the right things. If you continue to do the same thing you've done, more rappers like this are going to die. How many have to die before you change the culture? And let me tell you something else. There's a reason the record labels pay us more to do rap videos. They don't tell you that, do they? Do they tell you that they pay us more to do your videos? Because they do. They do it because they know it's more dangerous. They do it because they know it's more difficult. And they do it because, frankly, there's a lot of money laundering involved. Those labels wash a bunch of money through. We don't do it, but we know the labels are doing it 100%. Okay, they're then taking the money off the top end, and you see on your royalty check, oh, they spent $150,000 on this video. Did they? Because we didn't see $150,000. Okay, so where did the money go? And to who? Their friend's company? A lot of times that's the case. Same thing with insurance companies. They charge us more to insure your videos. And it's because they know the culture that's been created. They know that the only possibility of a music video being shot up is on a rap video. And that's the truth. So change the culture. You have the power. Your people deserve it.
So what's your reaction to this gentleman here?
Powerful.
Mm.
He's basically saying the same things where the Kanye say. But him just of a different skin color. And his tone never sound angry.
Yes.
But everybody's different. Kanye know the pushback he's gonna get. So he's kind of anxious. In very and he must be afraid also.
Yes.
The thing is that Ice Cube said, you see, everything what Kanye said, like word for word, Ice Cube have been saying these things from the 80s.
Even Charlie the God said it some point ago.
Charlemagne the God.
Yeah, look at that. That's 40. How much is that? 37,000, 37 point something K. I post that video on my TikTok early today. 37,000 views. Every single person. There's 2,303 comments. Everyone, I stand with you. I wish they could wake up. I appreciate you speaking up. Protect this man. I've been saying this for years. The record execs, Dame Dash said this. Protect Kanye. Protect this man. He's right. Those rappers. I appreciate this message. Every single person. And most of people are saying the same thing Kanye West was saying.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that the
You frozen?
What I want to say to Adam, sorry, to Alex. Alex, I say respect the Jewish community, and we all do. There's a huge difference with the Jewish community, the Jews, after 1944, right, leading up into 1948, when Israel was established. the amount of support that Israel has gotten from the G8 countries,
Mm.
right? It was almost impossible for it's like the world keep bending over to Israel and helping Israel, right?
Yes.
Even in the region where them there, Israel have the most
Ger-
powerful army.
and Germany is still paying.
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
mm.
Um, Israel has gotten a lot of help. If the
Yeah.
black community would get help like this, right? Then you'd start see like mass changes. We haven't got that help. Now when we have a thing we call black and brown people, may not understand that term. Black and is either we black or we not black, you know.
Well,
So them call the Latinos them brown people,
mm.
right? And the only reason why them have a different shade is because Spain came over. The only reason. But ethnically them black. You know, even in Argentina, when you look at a lot of Argentinians, and Argentina full of like light skin or white people, them have African a lot of them have African features, them have broad nose,
Mm.
them have big ears, them have
Mm.
thick lips and stuff like that. A lot of them, you know. Um so what we need is more education. What we need is more opportunities. So instead of Jay-Z as a billionaire and Puffy as a billionaire and these people pull away from Kanye, right? Calling me and I said, brother, Ewa, your delivery are scare people. Your delivery so what you say, you can say everything what you say, but your
Mm.
delivery are scare people. Don't say you go def con pan Jews. No. You don't
Yeah.
need to say that.
Yeah.
Say everything what you say, but you don't need to say that. Right? And
And
we
and,
stand
and
behind you.
and that is why he tends to always backtrack, but he never apologizing because he recognized that he has hurt people based on his delivery. Someone said a while ago on the post, I think it was Light Speaker. Uh, here it is. I love Ye, but I do think he could say things a little more cleaner. He causes influence to do much more. Let other people be frank. And just like with Alex a while ago, um, one person messaged me and said, "McGon, because I don't want to be rude to him." And I said, sometimes we got to bring people with us. But we are saying the same thing because there's this other chap here name, I forget his name. Let's say, I think I mentioned it to you earlier today. He's a basketball, he's a football, what is
Kyrie
he?
Irving
Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving said something and
plays for the Brooklyn Nets.
yeah,
No, he
yeah,
never said anything. He posted a documentary of some persons where them attack
mm,
anti-Semitic things against Jews. Or some part of it was can be deemed as anti-Semitic.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
you see, it women are like with America, the American culture. If you say something that goes against a particular community, especially the white and the Jews or the gay,
Mm, mm.
they think that they should remove your income. They think that they should take away everything that you have,
Your
right? Take
livelihood.
away your family, take away your livelihood. And I'm saying, how is that teaching them? How are you any better than that person,
Mm,
right? How are you educating this person, right? A lot of persons have been saying, hey, instead of cuss the man, instead of crucify him, instead of take away him money and take away him status, call him in and say, hey brother, listen,
yes, yes.
you can't say things like that because you have persons who
Yeah.
are influenced by you will take up a gun and go shoot a Jew.
Listen. Let's. I posted the Kyrie thing to say, as black people, as a community, we should be careful how we try to shut down each other so quickly. It is like it goes in the media, and then it's like we're doing the work of the white man or the other groups. Is and then LeBron James came out and actually shut him down, and I said, did he have to say something? And on my post, someone who said they are a Jew came on and said I'm posting hate speech. When I post that thing, someone said I was posting hate speech, and I said,
Uh,
listen, come off on my page. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Show me where
All right.
I posted hate speech.
All right.
Yeah,
Kanye said something which I think
yeah,
a lot of us as black African people,
mm,
African descent, fly over our head.
yeah.
Kanye cannot be anti-Semitic. He cannot be anti-Jew because the light-skinned Jew that you're seeing
Mm.
is because of a corruption. Is because of another race come and infiltrate. The Germans them come and infiltrate in them color, right? But when you look at the Jews coming up over the centuries, them look like exactly like me and you. Jews are black people, you know. A lot of people don't know this. So
Mm.
so our lineage, you know, our historical ancestry is from
Bloodline.
Jews and from Muslims, right? A lot of people don't know that. It's just that and it's just like when you look at the Mexicans, right? And you look at the people that Honduras and El Salvador and all these things. The thing is, Europe came over and integrate um into these people because most of the population of Mexico were the Africans, the Moors who came over like 10,000 years before Columbus, you know.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't understand that the Canary winds can just guide the ship them over. You never ever sail from West Africa, the coast of West Africa,
Mm.
right? Come right into the Caribbean. It take you right into the Gulf of Mexico.
Yes.
That stream there. Naturally, you don't have to row or nothing, naturally.
Mm.
But it's information, right? Now, what Kanye should have done first is set up a barrier around him. It just look like him one. I said this, right?
Yeah.
When you look at
Against him.
Minister Farrakhan is an institution. Although he's the head of the institution, but this is his messages is from an institution,
Mm.
right? So it looks the presentation is different. Nike has suspended their deal with Kyrie Irving because of him posted the thing. And I'm saying, me not like what Phil Knight do. Phil Knight, right, as a Jew, should have called in Kyrie and say, hey, brother, you cannot not do them something. How much of your business? Right? You see,
Yeah.
when Phil Knight do them something and some other people do some stuff, you know what happened, Silver? You know the truth is, these multi-billionaire Jews don't care about being Jewish. They don't.
Mm.
They don't. But because them represent a community, they just act, but they don't care. Now,
Mm.
LeBron James has to say something. You know why? Possibly in 2 years' time, LeBron James will be a majority owner in in Las Vegas basketball team.
So he's
Now
playing his card.
there's 30 teams in the NBA now. Or yeah, 30 teams in the NBA right now. They want to add two more teams. I think they want to
Mm.
add Arizona and Las Vegas, right? And from what I'm seeing happening, you know, in the background and stuff, what I'm hearing, he is in a shooting to get the Las Vegas team. You know, that's why he even moved from LA. LA is closer to Las Vegas than Cleveland. Now the 30 teams them in the NBA, 29 of them is owned by Jews. The other one is owned by Michael Jordan.
Yes.
So him have to play him cards right. Because if the team say, look here, you know, we don't want him can't come in there.
Mm. Mm.
No,
Yeah. Yeah. Go on.
when hold on. When LeBron
Yeah. Keep up. Mm.
as a basketball team owner, as a first generation billionaire, cause him cross a billion now, right? Um when him can have a basketball team where him gonna hire 15 potential black men to play basketball, where him gonna have a wider staffing for the basketball team and hire black and brown people, the more he can have more influence on the black community being an owner of a basketball team than I go side with Ye or side with Kyrie. So he might look
Mm.
upon even the long term effect, but it can affect more persons of color and in our ethnicity.
Mm. So what you're trying to say that he's playing his cards in a strategic way to be in the position like yeah to a certain point where he can speak and have certain control.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the control is a key factor. So
Yes.
therefore, within the black community, when persons speak up or misconstrued or misunderstood, and the powers that be is ready to shut them down, Alex, what's her name? Alex, the girl who run, and she was, I think she got sanctioned by Nike, I believe. Alex Feely, what's her name? That runner girl. There's a athletic American athlete,
Alice Felix.
Alison Felix. Yes, she
Yeah.
had something of a similar nature where she had to start to promote her own shoes because I think
Oh, shoes. Yeah.
Nike, yeah, Nike went against her or something like that. And I think
Yeah.
what black people need to do, and I think the Puff Daddy, all of those guys need to form some serious consortium whereby when something like this happen with Kanye West, that they don't go public and start to shoot him down. But as you say,
Protect him.
form a consortium to protect him and say, your brother. Because if you look in the past, all these guys grew up together. You know what I mean? Even though you know that they look a beef. Snoop Dogg, you know what I mean? With even
But
with Big
but
Biggie and
Jay
all
Z.
these guys, Jay-Z.
But Jay Z biggest songs was either not written. The
The
music was
beat.
produced by Kanye West. You
Yes,
know,
yes.
it's a hard knock life for
Yeah.
us. It's a hard, yeah. But you see, what happened is that them should have called in here, have a press conference, and say, all right, you want to go on a media tour? 'Cause in the on a media tour now, right? Well,
Yeah.
him say, I'm going 30 days silent. But
Yeah.
say, all right, you want to go stand with them, but you
Mm,
want, you say this, that, apologize for that, right? So apologize
mm,
for the difficulty, apologize for that. But see, the rest of the message, say it same way, deliver it calmer,
yeah.
right? And just go ahead with your thing, right? Nike drop you, we have to create our own shoe line, right?
Yes. Mm,
Something Dolce and Gabbana drop you, and okay, Gap drop you, all right. No,
mm,
Puffy have buyback including line. Puff had the buyback including line last year.
mm.
Sean John, right? You're gonna be the head of Sean John, right? And just push out there, say boy, Sean John will collaborate with Ye. So we have Sean John
Yes.
and Ye clothing line and push out there. So,
Mm,
but I understand Jay Z business big, Live Nation,
mm.
Rockaway and Rat Nation and all them. I understand, but you have to protect Kanye. People like Kanye too important and too powerful to the industry and to
Yeah.
the and to the and to the, and to the, and to the culture and to the black community. You have to protect Kanye, and if that means if you protect him from himself, right?
Yeah.
And no time Kanye walk around in on a bodyguard. You understand me? Say,
I
yo,
I
brother,
I I know
we have a peep.
I noticed it. I noticed when he was walking around. One time he was giving a interview with some guys, and he heard some sounds, and him just say, "I'm going now," and he's him dashing him car because he's sort of. I think he's very exposed, very exposed.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
and
Um,
but
and
yeah, go on, yeah, mm,
the thing is, and just like what Alex did I said earlier, and I love and respect Alex, love and respect Alex and what Alex stand for. Alex is one of the epitome of a young black man
yeah,
trying, and becoming more and more successful. Alex did really well. Love that. Um, Alex Alex message sound angry sometime. That him
yeah,
angry at a particular group, and then like him angry at us for not being angry at that group too. But
yes,
we have to understand that. Listen, we are still a very young race towards wealth. Very young. Our if we take our time silently, like what Chinese do,
mm,
nobody saw China coming as a superpower. So that's
yeah,
why you see the world have a problem with China now. Nobody saw China's quietly build them thing and do them thing quietly,
stealthily,
and
stealthily. I'll use the word stealthily,
yeah,
bigging up
yeah,
themselves, growing. Yes,
yeah. So this is what we need to do too. Just like I said the other day last week on the program that persons never know say Africa build car. You have 7 African nations that build luxury cars, right? You posted them, Silver,
yeah, I posted them. Yeah, yeah,
right? And I'm thinking say if you can look for them and post them back again while we talk,
mm,
we need to see the Jay-Z's, the Puff Daddies, the LeBron James. We need to see these powerful guys now going to Africa and say, hey, make we invest in our car, in our car company, make we come together, make we bring the cars them to the West. You understand me? Make we make this a more popular car, right?
mm,
Even have a deal with the government and say, listen, stop importing European cars, stop importing American cars. These African country cars are gonna be the only car that will drive in a something there. We're gonna use the money and we're gonna build out plants all over Nigeria. We're gonna build out plants all over Ghana, all over South Africa. We're gonna build out the plants them and stuff like that. Right? So if you stop import the cars, the need for cars and car parts are gonna increase. Right? You have all of that business then. But you can't have European cars that dominate the streets then. Right? We could start build our own Bugatti. So I think the rappers them and the billionaires in America and the Caribbean and in England, Canada, need to start focus and say, boy, look, make we look on the motherland and say, oh, we are because the Russians are investing huge in Africa.
Yes.
There are some communities, there are some towns there where there's Russian people, but they are
Yes.
investing in, right? And the Germans are doing it also. The Americans are there. The Dutch is there already for South Africa and other countries and Zimbabwe. We need to get together and go
Yeah.
there.
Well, a point that Michelle mentioned as well. This is where your paycheck determines or dictates the amount of truth a person is willing to tell. And if I just sort of show the cars, as you just mentioned a while ago,
Yeah,
and there they are, the
exactly.
Birkin car. Let's do it. The Birkin car, South Africa. The
Yeah.
South African-based automobile company started business in 1982 and can be said to be one of the oldest in industry. The car is sold in various parts of the world, including the United States, Japan, and across Europe. Birkin car is known for quality, classic reproductions, including the SS3 Street. We go further. Nigeria, Innocent
Mm-hmm.
Motors. Vehicle manufacturing was founded by Nigerian born entrepreneur Innocent Chukwuma. They are the first technology company, Alex, we're gone. The man name's Alex gone on Instagram. Company to manufacture cars in Nigeria. The Kantanka cars. This is Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
These cars are not any worse than what we are seeing. I don't think that's the right word I should have said.
Silver, that symbol at the front. If you take out that symbol at the front and you put on a Lexus on it, an L pant, right?
Yeah.
Or put on a Mercedes on it, you know the difference.
Yeah. The Kantaka automobile company was established in Ghana by Dr. Ing Quado of Safo Kantanka. Produced both saloon and four-wheel drives. Ladies and gentlemen, are you seeing what we're seeing? We need to be educated more. And I think we have to use this platform that we have.
But they make train too. They make train too,
Look at this van here. This bus
yeah.
here. This bus here look like we should get them in Jamaica and put them with, we call it Nuts for the Express. Nuts for the Express should be running these buses.
Or on the regular route also.
Yeah.
Regular passenger for driving a luxury.
Yeah. Kira Motors Corporation, Uganda.
Yeah.
Come on. After we're talking about engaging back in Africa, that's what we should be doing.
Yeah. All right. That one is bad.
Wow. Lakara Morocco. Wow. I've got to do something with this one. Let me do something. I'm gonna blow this one up a bit. That's if I can, but the Morocco businessman Mohammed Lakra founded it in 1999. The next car was Barak. Got that one. That looked like a serious mountain one. That's good for Jamaica. There we are. Mobic. And this one looks awesome, man. The Wattis car, Tunisia, founded in 2006. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I think the focus in many things is to sort of.
But Silver, let me ask a question, Silver.
Yeah.
Before I said it last week on here, did you know that Africa made cars?
I've seen something, but I never know it to that extent. I've seen some things whereby sometimes you hear say an African person creates something or blah blah blah, and people will say, "Don't say too much, they might kill you." Because of the I was trying to see if I can blow this car up a bit. If I can look at it. This one I want to blow this. Yes, there it is.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that.
Enough people would have said that it's a European-made car.
Yeah. Lewis Hamilton should have had one of those. And so
I think you should put these things on all of them. But especially that one on your TikTok, just expose the countries and the brand.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're right about that. You're right about that. You're right about that, and post it because
yeah.
you see, it is so easy. It is so easy for people to just post crap every day because and not think which educate and empower, and that is why I'm so sort of frustrated when I saw everyone somehow not thinking and how we're ready to shut down our black brothers them, and it's like the white media and the powerful organizations say what they say and then they pull back out and then guess who come in and take over? We come in and take over and start to crucify each other.
Can
And,
can I
and I,
can I make a,
yeah,
so,
go ahead, go ahead. Yeah,
no? You have Donald Sterling, right? Former
that rings a
owner of
bell.
the huh?
Donald Sterling, rings a bell. Who's
Former
that?
owner of the LA Clippers, right?
Mm,
He's a lawyer also, and he owns some real estate company. Made some comments about Magic Johnson and some other black players to him girlfriend at the time, that you have these niggas on inviting them around and all of that. Very, very, very racist comment, and she recorded him and she revealed it. So he
mm,
had to sell the LA Clippers, right?
mm.
And now you have the Robert Oviera Javier that owns the um welcome back, my brother.
Welcome back.
Oh
Can you
yeah,
hear me?
man. I was always here, you know.
I will play
Yeah.
music for you for coming in. Play music for you for coming. Come in. Yeah,
No, no, when the owner of the Phoenix Suns, the owner of
yeah,
the Phoenix Suns made some racial comment, to use the N word 5 times. Him say 5 times he use it. So he have to sell the Phoenix Suns now, and the Phoenix Mercury, the NBA, WNBA team.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is that these two men, Donald Sterling and Robert Javier, are Jews, but they were not made to lose their billions. The Jewish
Yeah.
community did not pull any business away from them apart from them have to leave the NBA. Why I understand that Ye made some comments that may be uncomfortable, but why are we allowing all I'm income and him livelihood to be pulled away from him because of statements where he made, and when white counterparts or Jewish counterparts make statements like that, them not suffer the same consequences, you know? And me
Mm,
fully stand behind but we don't stand behind how him deliver certain things, or if you're gonna
yeah.
preach death or harm to a particular community, me not stand behind that. Everything else, I understand him. I say, Alex has been saying the same thing for years on this platform,
Mm,
right? What Kanye say? Alex have been saying, we could come together, we could do business, we could have our own product. Them. I was on a show
mm,
last week, and I said to the on the panel, I said, name one product where Jamaica create, manufacture in mass, and export to the world that the world needs, not want or not just tolerate, just one product. And we can't name
mm.
it. Jamaica not have a
Alex,
product where the world need.
Alex, is there a
Well,
product to your knowledge?
what is it? Let's do it like yeah, right? Let's do it like yeah. Let's do it like yeah, Silburn. Don't be like Pierce, all right? Let's go. So I mean, you want my point and opinion on some, but I'm gonna say Jamaica, we have um, a whole lot of talented people here. We have some of the best people in the world. So when we say Jamaica, and if I'm gonna speak on a narrative as a Jamaican or for the Jamaican people on this particular point, narrative, no matter perspective, um, the perception is this, man. It is not from a nation point of view. So I think that's a matter of opinion. No, I think that statement there for Jamaica, it needs to narrow down. In my opinion, and this is where I stand. Let's do it like Alex now. This is my opinion. My
Yeah.
opinion needs this is it. It is of the fact that the way of the colonial ways, it is deeply infected, scarred culture, educate the society of Jamaica and its environments and people. They still speak English. When you speak Patois or Creole or broken English is looked down upon. But it is of the people and of such that the people and the governments within a government has appointed as such, as leaders of a sellout point of view, where they go ahead and not embrace more of their identity. So a Chinaman will identify themselves, an Indian would. But the thing with the black man is that now we need to actually have something called a sheep. So I am the king, and we need the commoners and the servants. And of such, I'm sorry to say, but this is how the masses of the world have perceptualized the black community as the ant, as the bee, the worker bee. And it is of such where you pay them as such, and it's been going on for too long. Now, I am an Indian man, and most of my generations are from descending of such, or Asian descent. And I'm here to tell the black race, which is the true Jews. Let me say that again. So all Jews worldwide, listen to this. Let me make it more clear. The black race is a true Jews. The black race is the enlightened race. The black race is the race that has been lost in Babylon. And let's be more specific when we talk about Babylon. I'm talking about NATO members, and I'm also talking about the fraternities of powers that pool person on a census basis, governments that are under the British monarchy and as such of colonial mindset. We have a power struggle now in a world standard where now we have Russia, the Russians, the Orthodox, and we have the Chinese, and we have the West. These we're talking about. The reason why I'm emphasizing on these nations is because of their power in terms of military. So when you think about it on a whole,
Alex, can I stop you for a second? Alex, can I stop you for a
from
second? Can I stop for a second, Alex? I love listening to you right now. I could just sit back and just listen to you all night. Keep talking. I just want to say that. Keep talking.
well, thank you so much for that input right there. But listen, man, we gotta be like 13 gods in a one man. There is an alpha male in everybody. There is an alter ego in everybody. You see, this fit and proper thing, that's bureaucracy, man. As a king, I don't have those fealty. So that's why we have commoners and people appointed, like governments, them our prime minister. Because if the kings really speak how you really want to speak, who's going to tell the king to tone your voice? Don't speak in that manner. I am a king, and therefore I speak rightfully in my rightful voice, uncensored. And I do not wish for anybody from no nation nor people to tell me and address me and tell me my words are correct or incorrect. So that in itself, when people speak to me, I know who I am. And that is why I speak passionately.
As powerful what you said there, I know
passionately.
who I am.
So the thing about it is I speak passionately. And when sometimes I speak passionately, you don't want to understand the level of ignorance when somebody speak of a narrative of a peasant and speak of such, and I mean, and try to address me. Try to, but you're not addressing me. They're only addressing a persona of me. So I'm sorry if the ignorance of other people cannot comprehend what I'm saying. But the fundamental what I'm saying about the black race in particular is how we can correct this thing is that you need to spend more money. And money is an idea now. Listen to this now. It's not a fiat currency. It's not it's an idea. So that means that black communities must share more ideas amongst them own kind. And if you fail to understand that, you will always be the subservient of the crowns ahead of you. And this is what I want you to understand. Because we are talking, and sometimes we come on the show, and because we don't want to step on anybody's toe, and we don't want to say something that could offend the powers that be, as if you don't have a mind of your own. I have a mind of my own, and I have a thought of my own, and I have a voice of my own, and I can say what I think, and I can hear myself.
Yes.
And I will not, in no forum, in no circle, be tell how to speak. I am who I am in my rightful ways.
Alex, I hear you passionately, and that is something that will trigger and challenge Black people
That is
because we're
fine.
at this. Well, no, 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 no. It's good. It's good. Some are going to feel very uncomfortable because it is shaking them out of their comfort zone, and that is what is needed to people to be shaken out of their comfort zones. Because, like when the person said to me today, when the person said something to me today by, "Oh, Silburn, I'm a Jew actually, and you're posting hate speech." I said, come off of my page, man. I said, listen, don't dare you come onto my page. And I said, listen, the transatlantic slavery movement was going on for years where our people suffered. So don't start to tell me about how I should speak, what I should
And
speak, when I
that is
should
what I'm
speak.
talking about there. I'm not cutting up, but I want to
Yeah.
put it there. You have to be careful now. When you
Mm,
hear people that they call cedars, they're called sideliners. They come
mm,
like they're like flies, they're like ticks. They're just
mm.
sitting there trying to suck the energy, and then they come with something talk about anti-Semitic
Yes.
in remarks. You with peasant mindset of commoners behavior
Mm,
and display as sheep, and then come and tell me as such that as such. Who cares if you're a Jew? Who cares if you're a Christian? I am a person. So what we need to do is to take things from an individual point of view and ask a
mm,
nation of people, not to look at it as a scope as black people, but look at it, make every black man count, every white man count,
yeah.
every Chinese man count. And this is why the blockchain technology is so powerful, because it is of a such that the governance that are creating these
Mm,
blockchain algorithms, they can look at this now. The CBDCs that are being issued by the
mm,
governments of the world who have already implemented it, it is of the fact that it's a programmable, hear the word,
mm,
programmable currency. That means, let me break it down. If you live in London, in Buckingham Palace, and you live in Croydon, for example, or live in Hackney, or live in Birmingham, whatever the case may be, and those different boroughs are there, right? Watch this. The government can program the currency, in a year bank account, to make your money can't spend at Birmingham, You're not
mm,
from that geographical area. I want people to understand what I'm saying. You're on a trajectory, and your life is being tailored so nicely for you. And what I'm saying to you is, before I reach that point of no return,
mm.
because once again, code can change.
Can I tell you
You need to
something?
wake up
Yeah.
and to
Yeah.
actually create more communities
Yeah.
to spend back the resources in your community. There's no other
Okay.
nation that consumes
Okay.
sugar like black, nor
Can I
chicken.
say, yeah, can I say something to you, and I'll just, not for you to respond to, but for Lester to come in after. Yesterday, last night, I was trying to go into my bank account online, couldn't get in there, went to the cash point, it kept throwing out the card. So I spent an hour calling the bank, HSBC. You know what HSBC said? Oh, they're having a major outage. Nobody could get anything from their HSBC account. Well, that night, last night. And what that showed me right there is exactly what you said. If these guys want to mess with you, they can
Don't
mess
shoot
with
the
you. Lester,
messenger, man. I'm just
yeah,
enlightened. I'm
yeah,
just telling you, man, that my time here on earth, I'm here to
mm,
enlighten you people. You see, people
mm,
like me, they only come alive for one time. You see, everybody
yeah,
around me, I impact people and I change people's life. I
mm,
don't want to be a politician. I just want to just be me. I'm just saying that if you come around me as a king, your life changed because
yeah,
your outlook on life changed. And when you start to feel more of yourself, and when you start to empower other people to be themselves, there's no shame. We're just one people. Then you find that you have more love, man. That
yeah.
is what it is all about. Love,
Lester,
love. And
yeah,
people are trying to hold on to the power of
yeah,
fear. So a lot of people, because they don't want to lose them job, they don't want to lose them position, they don't want the political affiliation, they don't want, they're fearful, bro. So
careful, yeah.
false evidence appear
Control.
real.
It's control. The thumb is on their neck, or even the figurative
That's
knee
why I don't
is on
like the
their neck.
crest that the British government insignia that is on the queen with the
The
angel
king, the
sitting on
king
the
now,
black
yeah,
man neck.
Yeah. Lester, let me hear Lester, last moments there, Lester,
I, I,
in your
Alex,
reflection.
100% right,
Mm.
Alex. But here what happened, Alex. You see, the game, and how we create the game, and how we create the narrative, right? Um, we have to
Well,
first
we
start.
were saying start the game, man. Start the game. You don't
Yeah,
have to
well,
play by
but
their game.
but
What I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying
no,
is,
no,
just like how
no,
you learn English,
yeah,
learn programming as
yeah,
well.
but you hear what Lester is saying. He's coming from a
yeah,
different
man.
angle from it. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. But again, I agree with everything we are saying. What me I say is, of understand, say there are powers that are bigger than us. There are powers that are more established than us, that are wealthier than us, right?
Uh-uh. That's why they trick you right there, man. Ain't no power bigger than you. You're a being.
Well, Lester
Ain't
gone.
no power bigger than you. You have the power to think and to create. We are creators. And that is the blockage that I'm trying to show you, man. Eradicate that out of your mind. Mental slavery. You have the power to start today. Don't bother
Yes.
with that. People
Sorry,
gonna be
Lester.
greater than you. That's fine. People gonna be ahead of you. It's fine. Don't do that. I ain't accepting that.
Lester getting a
And
feedback
that's
from your
because I
side.
didn't accept that. That I don't want to hear
No,
that.
1 second
I
now.
don't accept that.
Lester, yeah, it's all right.
But Alex,
Yeah,
Alex,
but what's the but now?
No, no,
But
no.
yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
Lester talking. Lester talking.
yeah,
Yeah, I hear the but.
whether we accept it or not, the reality is that there are countries that are way ahead of us and richer than us. And I'm saying, as a people, the first thing we have to do is educate them. Because remember, all these first world
That's true.
countries, all these
That's
first
true.
world
Donald
countries,
Trump said it. Donald Trump said your knowledge. Donald Trump said knowledge. One word for any businessman is knowledge. And what I'm saying is, I did say it on the show a while ago, and my track record show it. I did say that business people, black people, need to start a business. I did say it. I did say it. I did say it. We
Yeah.
need businesses, bro. We need to
yeah,
control that.
yeah, but Alex, hold on, give me a minute now. May I agree with you, What may I say is that you say the people them scared. But at first, them scared because of this is a inbred 400 years of scare tactics being used against us. So
My
some things
people
where
ain't scared no more. My people ain't scared no more. You have
Hold on,
chickens
Alex.
that are scared. Yeah, but overall, when you speak like that, I say, yo, hold on, see, bro. Let me say you something, man.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you
Go on, go on.
speak as such in a space of yo, people are scared. People ain't scared. One and two people are scared, but majority of the people ain't scared. If you look at Black Lives Matter movement, you would realize that the majority of your kind, your black kind, are not scared. Black people, I ain't scared. Black people, not scared. So that narrative, we need to, and that is the next thing too, man. We need to change the narrative. The
So what you're
white man put stuff, listen now, listen to this
yeah,
carefully.
yeah. I'm
When
backing
you
you.
speak,
Yeah.
when you speak, and you're speaking a narrative of such, your own people look at you and say, okay, cool, we're scared, so we're scared. Stop that. So
So
what
what
we
you're
need
saying?
is cut,
So what
cut,
you're
cut
saying?
it all
Shut it
together.
down.
Cut it
What
out.
you're saying?
Cut
Shut it
it
down.
out.
You're saying shut it
Take
down.
it out
That's
of
what
your
you're saying.
vocabulary.
Mm.
Change up your vocabulary. So other people looking on, when people look at me, they say, Alex, you're inspiration. Because yo, you don't stand for all of that. So even if there were like a mice carrying a sword and they know they couldn't carry it, they still feel as if they could carry it. And that's what I'm saying is sometimes we got to say things and then maybe somebody else is listening who can actually do it. And that is the problem. When we start to speak more, they try to cut your voice. That is why the record label wants you to understand that voice is powerful. That's why we are on
Okay.
a talk show right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Voice can reach anybody. We're a frequency. Learn that. So we
Okay.
want to start 2023. We're gonna cut all negative stuff.
Yeah.
So Silburn, we
Yeah.
don't want no more show with no more dancehall. We don't want no more show with nothing that is negative. Just promote more stuff that there are black movement, upliftment, and you will
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
that your black community will grow and you will get more
Okay.
audience.
All right.
Forget the negative.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you
Done.
100% on that point, and I'm gonna pick up on what Lester was saying. Is that we we're you're at the front leading the charge, because sometimes, like in those country and western movies, you got the chief at the front and he's going in all the way, and normally they start to pick out the chief. They pick off the chief, because when they pick off the chief, the all of the other guys them start to run away. So therefore, what Lester is actually saying now, the chief leading from the front will have to carry also the people them to a certain point, to the point when they are empowered and their mind is actually
That is
free.
why. All right. So hold on. Stick up in. That is why I just said it on the show a while ago. When
Yeah.
Lester said that, when you said that, I took it up. I know that I'm talking. I know that I'm been saying something, but I need to listen to this and that. I need to listen. I'm listening. But I'm saying, are you hearing me? Are you listening to me? I'm saying
Yeah.
to you, even when you say that just now, I still have to be there saying, yo, let's not do that, because people are expecting me to say, Alex, do the right thing. Cut it out. The next thing is also, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Remember that. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. So for me as a king, I know who I am. I'm not here to try to be more popular. I'm just trying to here to do what I'm supposed to be doing. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I'm not here to be liked. I'm not here to be what I'm being. I just want to just be.
Now you're on a
Just
mission.
be.
You're on a
And that is
mission.
because my children, listen, 20 years from now, 50 years from now, 80 years from now when I'm dead, my children will look back and say, yo, what kind of man your father was? He was an inventor. He was an entrepreneur. He was a business developer. He was a motivator. He inspired people. He changed people's life. He helped people build businesses. He started from country, came to Kingston, traveled across the world and back by himself.
Yeah.
Think about what I'm saying. I did that. Came in from a farming background. I beat the odds. Ain't nobody in my family helped me. I can say that publicly. Anybody out there in the public space that can say, yo, they helped me in my family, from my mother's side or my dad's side, put it out there. They can't. I'm self-made.
Yeah.
And I'm passionate about it. And I'm here to tell every black man, every Chinese, every Indian, every white, every Jew, every Muslim, okay, every Hindu, if you want something that bad, work at it. Let no government stop you. Let no people stop you. And let yourself stop you. You got to beat the odds, man. Find yourself in the mirror like Michael Jackson said it. Lil Wayne said it. Peace. That's what I'm saying.
Well, Alex, you have actually jumped up the topic of tonight, which is what I did, which was working together is life and death. Working together and actually,
We're going to die anyways. We're going to die anyways. So why not make your life meaningful?
Yeah. All right.
Think about what I just said a while ago. You're going to die anyway.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you very clearly, and I want to thank you so much for those empowering words and those positive words, and thank you for coming on back and actually sharing such wisdom. So
the people that need light, yo. We need light. Okay, and if a man like me have the enlightenment and don't share it, it defeats my purpose of being. God put me here on earth to actually show you the light.
Thank you, Alex, for coming on. Yeah, Lester, wrapping up. What are you saying now, boss?
Alex said everything.
Alex said everything. That's why he meant when he said black people choose to be slaves. He was talking about mental slavery. You know, we choose a lot of choices we have made, and we've got to actually unlearn the process and be free, as what Alex is saying. We got to be free, man. And that's what I'm here about. You know, not playing around anymore, Alex. You're right. Playing around with these things. Let's shoot from the hip.
Peace.
Peace out. Alex, say bye to the family.
Yeah, man. All right.
Peace out. Thank you, Alex. Much appreciated, buddy. Thank you, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for tonight. Good show. Wow. Can't believe it. Finishing at 12 o'clock midnight. That is really great. Listen, guys, there's a word which I picked up from a show, a talk show, and the word was this: let's live in the present. And while I was in the park this morning walking, I just share this little bit here. While I was in the park walking this morning, and I was saying, let's not dwell too much on the future, and let's not dwell too much on the past. but let's focus on the present. And then a picture came to me of Christmas or birthdays when people get presents. When people get presents, they get excited. There's a level of anticipation of what is in that box, what is in that concealed paper where they have no idea. Husband, wives, children, everybody's excited. So what that is saying is that we've got to look forward so much to each day and what we can get from each day. But know that each day will bring some high level of excitement, presence, and anticipation, and new things. But we've got to actually work at it. Because we can't deal with tomorrow today. We can prepare for tomorrow, but that is by preparing today. It is working today to prepare for tomorrow. We can't do nothing about the past, so the present is most important. So what Alex was saying is that we have got to reach the point now whereby we become fearless. But the topic tonight is working together is life and death. Mean to say that we're going to die anyway. So don't live your life as a carbon copy. Don't live your life mediocre or below the standard which you're created to be, because we're going to die anyway. So therefore, we've got to live in the present and build and build. And as for my fellow Black people, and this is what I like to say, take the time not to shoot down each other quickly. When a white man in the press and in the media put out something about one of our people, if you have nothing to say, really, to be honest, really, and you're not sure, don't jump on it. Don't become an extension to tear down one another. As a matter of fact, do what you do with your own brothers and sisters. You won't go public with your family matters. Well, you shouldn't. You should call mommy, call daddy, and come together and say, let us work out this family thing and close ranks. Because we got to prepare and build each other. Because when other races have problems or so, they might have many different disagreements behind the scenes, but you do not see them on display publicly for the whole world. Unfortunately for Black people, and I've seen this, it is like there's this propensity to want to go viral, to want to pick it up. Crucify Kenny, crucify Kira, crucify Silver, crucify Lester, crucify Alex, when actually we should be closing ranks and building each other, working together to make it better. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight on Talk and Sip. It's going to change. It's going to be really empowering. And as Alex said, positive, because we can do it. Have a good night. God bless you. Peace out. Boom.